Hi, I'm Chi, and I would like to tell you a story that's super crazy, and it involves a couple of other people. I won't be mentioning any names, just because I don't want to hurt them any worse than they've already been hurt. And I would like to just bring this into light for people, especially those between the ages of 14 and up. Maybe younger. I'm really hoping if you're younger than 14 you aren't talking to strangers at all online. Like, I understand, like, video games, playing with them on the video games is fine, but I would really like to make sure that people are watching how they're talking to others on the video games. Making friends online is the coolest thing. I will admit it. I have made a lot of friends online, and I have loved every single one that I've made. But there are going to be the people that you're going to meet online that you shouldn't. And that's kind of what the story is about. It hits really close to home because, to me, if it wasn't me that got targeted and it was my baby sister, I'd be out for blood. I wouldn't be making this video and talking about it. So we're going to start the story with how I got involved. So about a month or two ago, I don't remember exactly when it was, my best friend and I decided to go to one of my favorite concerts because I've been in love with this band since I was like 13, like screaming from the top of my lungs with them, like in love, like obsessed over some of the members in love. And we're there, we take a picture, and I post it on my Facebook. And there's a person I had on my Facebook for a year. They tried talking to me, I ignored them, kind of thing. Decides, hey, I'm gonna message her, and he sends me this message saying how, oh, I wish I knew you were there, I would have came and saw you. And in the back of my head, I'm like, who is this? And I'm like, oh, why didn't you come out at all? Why were you on the floor? And he's like, oh, because I was in the back chilling with the band because I'm Alex Torres, which he has listed as his name. My English is horrible sometimes. As his name on Facebook. And I was just like, oh, wow, that would be totally cool if it was real. So he continues to tell me all the stuff that checks out with Alex's life, but at the same time I'm just like, dude, no, you fake. So he starts sending me these pictures, which I will be putting him over here, and then I will be putting the second one, so Ricky will be in the corner here, and I will go and continue on about their stories here in a few. And they're going to stay there just so you guys can remember what they look like. So I get added into a group with these guys, and everyone introduces themselves. So then there's 3 guys that are fake, and that would be Alex, Ricky, and C. Now I can't prove that C is 100% fake, just because I've had a person tell me I've met the real C and that's not him. So it's not enough to go off of, like I have proof with Alex and Ricky. So sadly, if you do know who I'm talking about, then the group I'm talking about, and you know who the real C is and would like to let him know about this, please be my guest. I was very aggravated on how long it took me to find the real person that was being this person and this one. So I'm really aggravated. I will get to that part of the story. So I'm in this group chat, and then so there's introductions, and there's S is engaged to C, and they've been friends with Alex and Ricky for years, and they've met him in real life. And then there's A comes in, and A supposedly met Alex a long time ago, but he actually met the real Alex Torres. So he was kind of thrown back when I told him what happened, who they actually are. And I feel really bad about it, but it really needed to be put out there. And then there is Kay, who was dating Ricky. And we're going through this thing, and I'm like, well, how old are you, Kay? And she's like, oh, I'm 15. And in the back of my mind, I'm just like, Christina's my sister. And how old is Ricky? And they're like, oh, he's 19. And I'm like, 19, that's still illegal, you know, to be in a romantic relationship with. So anyways, I continue to just be in this group because I'm just like, okay, I need to know who's all fake in this group. Because I feel like there's a couple of us that are real and some of us that are fake, and I need to find out who's who to let them know, hey, you need to cut all ties with these people. And so while we're in the groups together, they're bashing on other bands, they're threatening people, and it's like a big drama fest. Like, I feel like my life already had a lot of drama, and this just added onto it because I didn't know what to say. I was like, I gotta say the right things because I don't want to get kicked out before I find out who this person is. And I kind of already knew this one. I think I used to actually follow him on... What did I follow him on? I don't know. But he looked very familiar. So I'm in the group, and I'm just like, yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. Be supportive, you know. Be like, oh yeah, what a shithead. Until they brought in this one guy, and oh, he's such a sweetheart, and I feel so bad for him. Oh, I'm gonna cry. So this guy went and was in a band with them, and he paid him for music, and they sent him copyrighted music, which he didn't know was copyrighted at first. So he goes and he uploads it and all this stuff. Now he has to pay royalty fees and, you know, like the copyright fees, and his album is basically crushed. I mean, he's still gonna put it out, but it's just, you know, they basically destroy his life there. I'm not saying like fully destroyed his life. He's still really optimistic, and I still believe that he will do amazing things with his music. But it's just the fact that what they did to him, and then they blame him for it, and they tell this other band to blame him for what they did to him, to them as well, and that it's all his fault. And it just continues where then they're making fun of his lifestyle, they're making fun of what he looks like. I'm just like, in the back of my head, I'm just like, oh my god, I feel so bad for this guy, and I just, like, oh, my heart just cries for him, because I don't believe in being mean to somebody for any reason at all, which it took me a lot to decide to finally make this video, because at the same time, I don't want to hurt these guys, because apparently they've been through a lot of damage to make them be this ruthless and rude, I want to say, or maybe it's just, that's just how they are. I don't know, but at the same time, like, I just want to bring it into light for people to know. If you see these guys' names that I'm going to list, like, for their PlayStation and stuff like that, just ignore them, block them, and just keep them out of your life. I'm sorry, guys, but, like, I'm gonna send them this video, so I'm really sorry about this, but you. Okay, I know I'm not supposed to cuss on YouTube, but the hell out of you, dude. So I'm continuing to talk to them, and I'm trying to find out who these two are, and I start downloading apps to Google or reverse search the photos that I'm receiving of Alex, you know, there, and I'm just like, nothing is popping up. And to me, I'm sorry, if you're this gorgeous or hot, sexy, whatever you want to call him, so me is fine, there's no way in hell you don't have like one photo of you somewhere online, just like sitting somewhere. So I'm searching, and finally I download this one app on my phone, which uses Google, Bing, and Yandex. I think I'm saying the name wrong, but I don't know English that well. I'm just saying my English is horrible, and I have a speech impediment, so I can't even pronounce some words sometimes. So anyways, I'm just like going through and I find a name for this thing called Movie Star Planet, and then a YouTube, which both are completely fake. I believe the YouTube is fake too. I never asked him. I should. He'd probably say it is. But the Movie Star Planet has a ton of pictures. Some of them that I had, some of them that weren't sent to me. And then I did find that there is a blog that had a picture of him because of his piercings. So that one can't really be like, oh yeah, dude, totally fake. There's a picture of you on a blog. Because that's happened to me. I was on a blog once. So, you know, the fun of that. So then I'm continuing to wait for more pictures, just hoping that he's going to mess up and send me something that I will find, like either a Facebook or something hooked to it to get a hold of the lovely one here. But while I'm doing this, I'm noticing in the group that Kay is getting sadder and sadder, and I'm starting to worry because I'm like, she's a 15-year-old girl, and when I was younger, sorry, I had a joke back into here. When I was younger, I was catfished really bad when I was like, I think I was 14 actually, and so I was just like, I don't want her to go through what I did. And like mine got really bad to where like I got a little suicidal and there was some issues. So I'm trying to talk to her, and finally one day I'm just like, okay, I don't think she's the fake one here. So I'm going to assume she's safe to talk to. So I start talking to Kay, and I'm just like, sweetheart, have you ever thought that maybe they're fake? And she continues to tell me how she's thought about it, but she doesn't know how to check. And so I help her check up on Ricky here, and when I found the real Ricky, I was just like, I was devastated for her. I guess deep in the back of me, I really wanted them to be real for her, at least, because it's a lot of pain to find out how much you've been lied to by somebody like that, and thinking that you could trust them because, like, they were there for you in one of your darkest moments, you know. So we find him, and I'm like, okay, next mission is I have to find this one. So it's a little obsessive because I was so angry. I was beyond angry. I was just like, no, I'm gonna destroy the guys who are pretending to be these guys, because that's it. I'm done. This little girl is crying. This little girl has been through shit. She can't learn the language. She can't report it because of where she lives, and that angers me a lot. It's like, if you have children, you need to look up the laws around where you live, and you need to talk to them before they get to the age of trying to mature and stuff. I never knew about this law until recently, but I guess in some states like Texas and Tennessee, if your child's being catfished and they get sent inappropriate pictures and they think it's okay and they send inappropriate pictures back, they can get charged as a sex offender themselves. And I don't think it's fair, especially if you're the age of like 17 and 18, maybe, but 15, when I was 15, you know, what was all on my mind was like music and boys. Lots of music though. I was a loser, and I stayed at home and read romantic books all the time. So I guess I can't say anything. I'm still a loser. But so I would like this to kind of be a thing for you to tell, like, hey, to my children, or hey, you know what, we gotta look up the law around here. I gotta tell you what's gonna happen if you were to do this, because right now she can't get these guys arrested because of where she's from. And so that's one of the sad parts for this whole thing, is because I want to bring justice for the girl, because of the fact that she can't, and I guess I want to bring justice for the bands that they've destroyed, especially the recent one who this little guy, just so adorable, guys. I feel so bad for him because he's just a sweetheart, and this has to ruin something deep inside you to have your stuff just destroyed, kind of thing. And also, like this one here's reputation has been destroyed by them for like 5 years. I don't know how long for Ricky here. I'm gonna guess it's been about the same amount of years. It could be even more. And it's just something where, like, I don't think we ever think enough about protecting other people that we don't know. To me, I feel like it's our responsibility to take care of each other. If you have someone on your friends list and you see somebody completely fake interacting with them and you know they're fake and they don't, please bring it up to them. Please talk to them. I know half the time they're not going to believe you and they're going to tell you that you're lying, but if you can bring them the proof, it's better to try to stop it as fast as possible. And I feel so bad that I wasn't there for this girl that fast. I could have been there, and I could have destroyed them before she got involved. And I turned and was just like, screw talking to this guy, he's such a weirdo. Which in the group I did lie, and I did, which is not a good thing to do. But at the same time, I was just like, I gotta trick them because I need to find out who they are before I expose the fact that I know that they're fake, and before this girl gets hurt even worse. So I find everything, and then recently I brought it up into our group chat. I was just like, I know you guys are fake. I made some videos on it where I probably seemed a little crazy. Not as crazy as this video is, but I was a little crazy, and I was just like, I know you're fake. I've known you guys have been fake because I loved Alex Torres from Alisana as a child, so I would know that he would not send me pictures of somebody that doesn't even look like him. And the fact that he has a Star Wars tattoo on his, which I like Star Wars, as you can tell, so I would totally notice the Star Wars tattoo on the arm that was never in the videos that he sent or anything like that. But anyways, we're going to completely ignore that part. I am sorry, I'm having like a bad hair day because like my hair is naturally super curly and I strain it and the weather is just crappy right now, so fro hair. I just ripped out something else. So anyways, so I'm going to list all their names that they've used. I'm also going to list a few things about them to where you can keep an eye out on it. They were a little stupid when talking to me because they actually gave me their real names unintentionally, I think it was, or they intentionally did it, because I don't know. It was one of those. So, for instance, we're just gonna go with their first initials. So, the Alex, I'm guessing, was ran by an account with a guy whose real name is B. And then the one who went after the 15-year-old was ran by a guy who is T. There was some things I did ask the 15-year-old to show me, so I could see if it was two people or one. I was really sad to say that some of the pictures that were sent to me were also sent to the girl, so it was neither B nor T's pictures. So that's also a really concern for me, because like I said, there is another person in the group, which is C, and I don't know if he's part of it, but right now I'm just going to put those three into running a scam on underage girls. So like I said, I'm not going to put C's name down as much, like what name he uses online and stuff, just because I'm not 100% sure about him. And until I find that out, I will make a second video if I do. I was blocked by all of them and stuff, so I don't know if they've completely deleted their accounts and made new ones already, or what's going on with them. I do have their real accounts, which I'm not going to give out because I do not want to be charged with slander and other things, or have people harassing them. I will be taking this to the cops, so I really hope this works out for Kay and she gets over this and everything's fine, and you know, this doesn't hurt her as bad as I feel it is right now, and I'm really hoping she gets better from it. I also did get to meet A. A is a pretty sweet guy, and I felt really bad having to tell him that I know you met Alex Torres in the past, but you got outed by a fake one, you know. It just hurts. And it hurts me a lot for everyone that's been involved in this, that I've talked to and that I've gotten help from. And I mean, like, it took a lot of searching. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I literally spent 8 hours looking for this guy under 75,000 posts. 75,000. And he wasn't as easy as to find as Ricky was. Ricky was just like, bam, I'm right here. Hello. But, it definitely was a story I'm never gonna forget. I do have the screenshots, which I will post a few at the end of how they talk and all this. You can see if maybe they might be messaging you. You would know. If you do have somebody messaging you and you aren't sure who they are, you're always welcome to ask me for help. I don't mind it. I actually had a lot of fun finding this out. I did messaged the Catfish show and got nothing, and I just took it into my own hands. I was just like, you know what, I got this, I can do this myself, which I did. Well, okay, I did have some help. There was a girl that helped me to actually fully make sure that was their names that I thought it was. And that was really helpful, and now I also know exactly where they live. I know it's a little weird and creepy to say, but it's one of those that helps me for when I make my file for the complaints to the cops. And I will also complain that I have been told that it was brought to their attention before and they haven't done anything about it. I don't mean to ruin anyone's life, but to go after 15-year-olds and children is just ridiculous to me. And like me, I don't care. You know, you can come at me all you want, you can say everything you want. I am an adult now. I understand what I do and what I can do and what is fine, and it's just, you come at me, bro. I can't do my little square up because I'm sitting down, but I had this really cool square up thing that makes everyone laugh. Anyways, so thank you for those who actually watched this and taken the time for it. Like I said, I'm not very popular on YouTube, and making this is mainly so people can share it and just be like, hey, this person has a story that you'd want to hear. I just want to make it's safer for people to do things and realize you're not alone when stuff like this happens. And I understand there's the Catfish show, which, you know, shows all this, but it happens a lot more than you see on the Catfish show, and a lot worse than you see on the Catfish show. I don't think I've ever seen an episode where they found a pedophile or anything. I really don't watch it that much. I've seen a few episodes where the person's exactly who they said they were, they just didn't want to get on camera and stuff, which I understand that too. I have a best friend who was the same way. But my thing is just bringing this into light for people. And like I said, if you've talked to these accounts and they're telling you there's someone else, they're not. Like I said, there is B&T. That's funny. But yeah, just please be safe online. I will link, like I said, the video of Ricky letting you know that he only uses his Tumblr and his Twitter account, and anything else is not him, other than his YouTube that he just, posted it on, but he doesn't talk on it either. I will not be listing this one's over here's information at all, because like I said, he's already been traumatized enough that he doesn't really, well, he hasn't really been traumatized, but his reputation has already been at stake enough, so he doesn't really need all the attention. Same with Ricky, doesn't really need it, but Ricky at least has some proof for me. I would give you the proof of this guy that I found, is that it's 100% him. However, I was not able to get a video chat in time for this whole video, because I wanted to get it out now before I get blocked by their real account. So, yeah, just thank you for everyone in this, and I'm sorry to all the ones who are real and the ones that are fake. I really hope you guys can learn from this to stop faking who you are. Because to tell the truth, you were sweet. You were a lovable person, and like, I don't care about looks. Personally, I don't. Don't laugh at me. I know I've been talking a lot about this one. But that's because, boy, he dreamy. But to me, looks aren't always what's important. And if you would have been more truthful with me and shared who you actually were, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have really, really, really liked you. But you lied, and it angered me, and that's just not cool. So please learn that you need to be more yourself. Stop stealing people's stuff. Leave girls alone that are underage, and if you can't learn that, then I hope you get arrested, because you're hurting them. You're ruining them. And it's hard enough being a girl as it is already, so being a 15-year-old girl is enough to break your heart too. So anyways, thank you. I rambled on way too much. Like I said, this is like my first video. I haven't done a video for YouTube since I was like 12, 14, I don't even know anymore. But thank you, and excuse all my randomness, but I'm a very hyper energetic person, and I get really nervous fast, so I ramble when I get nervous, and then I make all these weird faces. What do we keep doing? So thank you for paying attention if you did, and I hope this is also educational on looking at your state's laws, especially if you have younger brothers or sisters, or your parents. Please look at these laws and inform your children about it as they're getting older, so they don't make this mistake and can't use it to fight against anyone or do anything to help themselves. And that's really all I have. So again, I'll have all the names listed that they've used, so you can stay far away from them. Remember, they love pretending that they are bands, and they will attack as mainly band members that have been inactive for a while, from what I've understood.